What a way to do it. It's Les and Cilla's wedding.
What's she done to her? I don't know. She didn't have it done at my salon.
Pity. Would have bought her a drink.
Oh, fantastic. We're joined now by bride-to-be Cilla and Yana's alter ego, actresses Wendi Peters and Jayne. Welcome, both of you. What a laugh. That must have been such good fun.
It was a hoot, wasn't it?
Really funny.
We laughed for 2 weeks.
There's no, there's no such word as OTT. You can just completely go for it.
Not in Cilla's life.
Sometimes I think we're a Dick Henry sketch, don't we? Yeah.
Was there a moment where you thought, well, this is the most bizarre moment of my career?
Probably putting my feather boa around Status Quo. Yeah, that was a bit
Mine
bizarre.
goes with Status Quo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know, fairy tale that I'm in Coronation Street, but then to be stood on a stage in a Legion club singing, rocking all over the world with Status Quo.
Happy days. It doesn't get much better than that.
Doing it all that with Rick
Les had a thing, a collar on there, as he was standing waiting for his blushing bride. What was all that about then?
There's something that happens...
is that tonight then?
Yes, as he goes to check out the Legion Club, something happens and he ends up back in his neck brace.
It's been a disaster, hasn't it? The whole lead up to it's been a disaster.
From start to finish.
Monumental proproportions.
He's actually not the only one in a neck brace, but we'll leave.
Yes.
Oh, really?
By the end of it, there's a few people
What about the cake being made of cardboard?
You didn't do very well making that, did you?
You did a still face there. You did. Get rid of that. You?
I distracted Diggory and Diggory Compton, the baker, and unfortunately it's a display cake from his shop.
I mean,
so
Les and
it's
Cilla, bless them, they wouldn't, you know. Of course, if it's going to be a cake, it's got to sit there for months. It's going to be, you know, unreal.
Exactly.
But no. We cut into it and it just collapses.
Oh, fantastic. Did you two know each other beforehand? Did you work with each other before? Because you look very comfy with each other. Here and each other. You know.
All made up for telly.
No, we get on really well.
Yeah. We've actually got, because of course you end up going on the honeymoon together. And we've got the moment here where Les finds out that he's not going.
Oh, really?
Yana, how'd you fancy a fortnight in Magaluf?
Too flaming.
You can't take her with you.
We'll pick your passport up on way. You'll not need hotels, will you? You can rinse your pants in pool.
Hey, you come pop in Chippy for us tomorrow, could you? Tell him I've gone down with summer.
But...
Oh, and by the way, I want this place spotless when I get back. Or that sham marriage we had will be nearest you get telling me as your wife.
That's him told. That's him
I love that line, you can rinse your pants in pool.
She's got great lines. These two characters are going to Magaluf. Oh, can you imagine what they would get up to there?
It would have been great, wouldn't it, just to see exactly what they got up to.
I'd love them to, you know, sometimes they do little soap bubbles and then do little sort of half-hour little episodes.
Yana and Cilla
It'd have to be
by the army barracks in Magaluf.
One in the morning.
Well, let me tell you, Yana has a lot of fun in Magaluf.
She does, yeah.
Say no more.
And we're going to see Yana around. She's not going anywhere.
No,
We've
not
seen
yet.
little bits of her, you know, but we'd like to see more. She's good fun.
Still in the
Real
chippy?
good fun.
Yeah, still in the chippy, and you see us come back from the honeymoon in a couple of weeks' time, don't you?
Right.
It's great. It's really funny.
And you can do that look that she has with her mouth.
It's terrifying.
That is the biggest curve.
Everybody comments on that, and I don't know what...
It's fantastic. Well, you can't do it if you're
I can't do
smiling,
it because
can
I'm
you?
smiling, but no, it is, yeah, I don't quite know how it happens, but it just happens.
She does it at home, Kenny.
Well, I was going to say, my husband's probably going, he's over there somewhere, we're going, yeah, I know that face. It happens every day.
And the moments when you're filming, because you said that you've had 2 weeks off, and that it is intensive for those couple of weeks. Is it fun, or is it? I mean, it's obviously hard work.
Yeah, no, it is good fun. There's such a great team up there. It's you wouldn't think the pressure we're under to produce so much television. You wouldn't think we'd have such fun, but we do. It really is. I mean, I got sick of wearing that dress. Yeah, 8 days I had to put that dress on.
8 days of that
And it's bad enough when you wear just on the one day. You know, by the end of the night you can get this skirt off. But no, it was 8 days. And my hair, the battering my hair took with that hairspray and those kiss curls. Thank you, Yana, for that.
It's Yana's idea.
Yes.
666.
And how are you enjoying it?
I loved it. I mean, it's the same thing with Wendi, really. It was a very uncomfortable dress, and I felt like Lily Savage stroke toilet roll holder, so not very comfortable. But no, it's great, and we've got such a good team up there. We rely on everybody's makeup.
There you are in your frock and all your glory look, lovely red wedding dress, red bridesmaids dresses. You said Lily Savage. You used to do the Lily Savage show. I remember that. 2 series of Lily Live. I was the phone room girl and co-wrote it with Paul as well. Yeah,
that was good stand-up as well.
I did for 12 years. Yes, and I got to know Peter Kay and Johnny Vegas and people like that, and ended up being in Phoenix Nights and that Peter Kay thing. So it was great. That was my step into acting.
And are you a musical person?
I do. I play the guitar and the ukulele.
Do you really?
Yes.
Very diverse.
Women have huge talent.
Where is it?
I just happen to have.
Don't do that.
Maybe, perhaps.
Yes, so cruel.
I don't know whether it's tuned, and you don't have to. But
no, it's not.
Not tuned. No, we could have got it tuned to start with. Just a little bit of a struggle. Yeah.
It's not, we're not in tune, but...
There's nothing you can do with that, is there?
No, not really. It is a bit... Try and tune it if you want.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, no, you tune it.
Talk.
We'll carry on.
You carry on.
Yeah, and you've got your own wedding coming up, haven't you? Are you engaged at the moment?
Oh, me?
Yes,
I am.
Well, I'm not. I've been married 12 years.
At the same time.
I'm concentrating on the ukulele. Multitasking. I'm an actress. Can't walk and talk at the same time.
Yes.
No, yes, I am. I got engaged 4 weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Mark Bickerton, who was the ex-story editor of Corrie, and created Cilla, he did. So
it's his fault.
Yes, it's his fault. We're in existence because of him, so yeah.
Good gracious. And will you be
well, I'm
dressing up?
She should be my bridesmaid.
I should be, if I'm not nation of honour, I'll be very upset.
Maybe not in those outfits.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
And how was Shirley Bassey last night?
She was amazing.
Was she?
She was just fantastic.
Where did you go and see her?
She was here at LWT. It's another audience with Shirley
Oh, it was
Bassey.
an audience with, was it?
Just
No, I didn't get invited to that
unreal.
one.
Oh dear. No, she was just amazing. I mean, I've always been a huge fan, but to see her live, just the support in her voice. I mean, to have that strength still, it's just she was fantastic.
What
She
did
was
she
giving
sing?
it all that. She did all the Big Spender, Goldfinger, all the ones, and she threw a few new ones in as well.
Yeah.
She was just amazing. Her 4 frocks. Just glittery. She was fantastic.
Good. Well, we'll let you carry on tuning.
Yes.
Don't think you're going to get... Have you done it? Oh, okay. There you go then.
Okay.
Available for weddings and bar mitzvahs.
Very, very good. Very classy. Very
terrific.
classy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Les and Cilla's wedding, it's the 63rd wedding in Coronation Street. There have been some real classics along the way, though. I'm going to reveal your favourite in just a moment. First, though, Sharon Marshall's here to reminisce. Look at her frock.
In you go. You with your Halloween dress on. Look at
And
that.
she's got a spider brooch there.
It is, again, the Halloween costume, but not as scary as your outfits tonight, girls. It is the funniest wedding I've ever seen. I was just watching it, I was crying.
And this wedding is going to put the programme into the Guinness Book of Records. Because this is the 63rd, which means that there have been more weddings in Corrie than anywhere else. So what are some of some of the notable ones?
Well, Ken and Deirdre, they got married so many times, haven't they, to various people. I'm loving obviously the first wedding was one of the clips we had, but the second wedding I was lucky enough to do behind the scenes. It was fantastic. I love the first ever one. Of course, we're doing it live, so it was Jack and Annie's daughter, who was called Jayne, and you never actually saw them do the wedding. They could only walk them out of the studio into the car, because of course they couldn't afford the whole church set and so on. Looking back, remember Mavis and Derek? They both jilted each other, and eventually they got back to the registry office. And Les Battersby wrecked everything for Hayley and Roy, because they were going to have a big church do. And he tipped off the dress.
I did.
Wrecked everything, so it's all his fault. And Sunita and Debs, that's why I love the first Asian wedding.
That was brilliant.
Absolutely
that
beautiful.
was really good.
That was
Even though he
beautiful.
turned out to be
Done. She looked
dirty,
amazing.
So we should reveal now. Obviously, we threw this wide open to you and said which do you think is your favourite? All right, Sharon, have you got the result there?
I do. It's actually Steve and Karen.
Oh, really?
She'll be really chuffed, won't she? She was out at Sober Wars the other day. She came back for a drink with everyone, but there we go. She's left. It was great though. She was all the fighting going on
the whole
with
build up
Tracy.
to that as well as the
second
ceremony.
one, obviously, because the first one was rubbish. It was just a bet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Here you go.
Stephen and Karen have given their consent and made their marriage vows to each other. They have declared the marriage by the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of a ring. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife. Those whom God has joined together, let no one put asunder.
Yeah, it's lovely hair, and then of course Tracy turned up and it's going to drag you out of the chair. That was brilliant.
That was good. Oh, there's none of that tonight.
You know, considerably different to the one that we're going to see this evening.
I can't wait tonight. That's it. Definitely 2 lots of Corrie.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
And that was a treat. I didn't think you were going to do it. Well done.
Beautifully done.
Have a good jam session afterwards.
Well, there you go. That's your favourite Corrie wedding. Now on to your favourite X Factor people. Obviously, we've been asking you to vote all morning. It's time for the results now. So, shall I read out the results?
Go and I'll find them.
And you stick them on.
Right, OK.